Hey there, YouTube. This is Mr. Budget coming with a new deck profile. So, this is Glass. Unfortunately, Glass, in my opinion, is one of the weaker Dark States decks. Sorry for the lighting. It's just have to do with the colors of the mat and things like that, how it bounces off. But regardless of that, um, this video is not going to be too long. I'm very disappointed in the new Glass support that we got coming out of Set 9. It does not do anything for the deck. It doesn't change the speed of the deck, how the deck is played. It doesn't add anything new to the deck. It stagnates the deck, in my opinion. It doesn't do anything. So in my opinion, we're just gonna run through this pretty quickly, and then then you are gonna see this in a fight video to prove my point that the new card that we got for Glass does not do anything to help the deck. Maybe I'm playing it wrong. If you believe that or think that, please leave a comment down below to let me know what I'm doing wrong. But in my opinion, this deck needs more support, and it needs a way to get to the end goal faster. So as always, we're playing the Glass ride line. We're playing the grade 0, grade 1, grade 2, and of course Glass as the ride line. Grade 3 wise, of course, we're still playing 3 copies of Glass, 4 copies of Dogma, and 4 bait. Sorry for the glare, by the way. So, these cards don't need to be explained. If you guys have played against the deck, play the deck, or seen my videos on the deck, you know what it does already. So I won't explain what these cards do, so we're going to go right past these really quickly. Next, for the grade 2s, we're playing 4 copies of Musi. And again, 4 copies of Paludo. In my opinion, Paludo only has one reason to be in the deck. That's if you're going up Shoji Doji. Besides that, this card is either going to be a 10k shield or a pop on the board if you need one. Besides that, this card literally has no use. This card was made during the Shoji Doji arc when that Shoji Doji was tier 1 and running rampant. Its playstyle immediately went against Dogma's playstyle of removing them from the bind zone. That's why this card was made to address that situation. But since that's not really a situation that we run into constantly, this card really has no reason to be in the deck. It's only here because it's support for the deck, and it comes up sometimes. So this is the weaker of the grade 2s. Then right into the grade 1s, we're going to start with the card we got from set 9. This is 3 copies of Intergent Demon Lording Malpheus. Malpheus does nothing for the goddamn deck. Sorry for my French. So, word for word, back row center. When your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Dogma in its card name is placed during your battle phase or stood during your battle phase, Soul Blast 1, retire this unit and all of your front row units, my apologies, get 5,000 power. So it gives you a half a Persona ride. Then, when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Glass in this card name, discard up to 3 cards from your hand. This unit gets 10,000 shield for every card discarded from the skill. So the reason for Malpheus is simply put, it gives you more power to your front row line, which means your Musis are going to hit for about 25, 35 on a Persona ride. Great. And then it gives you a reason that if you have your hand full of orders or copies of Dogma, you can discard them for 10k shield value. But only if you have them in his hand. Defensive wise, fine, it's whatever. But this does not solve the blaring problem that this deck has. We need a way to bind her faster. Without getting her to 2 binds by grade 3 turn, this turns into a turn 5 deck. You don't do what this deck plans to do until turn 5. By then, it's already too late. No amount of defense is going to get you there. No amount of stall is going to get you there. You need a way to turbo the deck out faster, which there really is no way, because Bushiroad has not given us any direct support for the deck until now. But this was their answer. Defensive stall. And it's not like you can play multiple of these during a turn. You can only run one of them because it has to be behind your Vanguard to perform its skills. This does not fix the deck. It does not solve the blaring problems of the deck. This, just like the grade 2 I mentioned before, is useless. That's why I'm running it at 3. It does nothing. As always, we are still running 4 copies of the best grade 1 in the deck, Malice. So you're able to play your baits from the drop zone using its skill. We're playing the other grade 1 support that we got that's not direct support but support for the deck. We're playing the Clipper. So during your glass turn, when the glass uses the bait to force your opponent to call rearguards from the drop zone, he gets plus 5k for everyone. If he's on board, he gets plus 5k for everyone that's called, making him a 20k beater or 20k booster. And as always, we're playing 4 perfect guards. So not much has changed in the deck outside of adding this 1 grade 1 to the deck that really doesn't do anything. And as always, OT, Dark States, 3 draw, 4 front, 4 crit, and again 4 heal. We're playing Rainbow. You get things back during your skill. And the other problem that this deck has, in my opinion, is that Bait has a precise ability for when you're on Dogma, which is a pseudo Legion ability, which also triggers Persona Ride. If you didn't ride that turn, which means you need to already have 2 copies of her in the bind zone, so she stays the Vanguard for you to use this skill. To use that skill means you have to be at turn 6. This deck needs ways to speed up the gameplay, or this deck is never going to be able to be played realistically at a higher level. Thematically, this deck can play. It plays very well. You do get 2 Vanguard swings, maybe 3 Vanguard swings very well. Dry checks are decent. It's just that it's not living up to its potential because it's too damn slow. So that is my deck profile, update deck profile on Glass. In my opinion, Bushiroad speed the deck up. Do something to make this faster, or this is going to be a wasted deck. This has been Mr. Budget saying always keep it fun, keep it friendly, and always keep it budget, but not this budget. We'll see you guys here next time. Peace.